the weight of sin and the dream of the one. Pretty obvious when I think about it. I sin, and it doesn't just sit there as one little act. It reverberates in 1,000 fractal ways. I get desensitized, I get used to doing certain things, my thinking bends around what I've already done. The idea of what I've done keeps feeding itself instead of being extinguished or transformed. It turns into self-defiling, self-destructive selfishness. Not just against me, but other people get hurt, and God is disrespected or dishonored in the process, however you want to say that. It touches everything. Pain is a strange thing. I can stub my toe and feel pain, or I can curse God and feel the pain of knowing I went against my own conscience. But you can't really sin against God like he's some father sitting over there getting mad because you embarrass the family name. It doesn't work like that. God is the idea of good itself. We get the idea of good, and because of that, we also get the idea of bad, and that contrast is how we see anything at all. Then you realize it's really only one way. The pain doesn't really exist by itself, and the pleasure is just the idea that lets pain stand out beside it. What truly exists, when you look at this like a dream, is something deeper than pain and pleasure playing tag. And once I start talking like this, it goes deep really fast. The mind wants to sit in this eternal, infinite, forever always never now consideration of everything. The self loves to do that. And that whole loop is attached to selfishness. But it doesn't have to stay there. There is selfless as well. But what is selfless without selfish? It's always this balance, this contrast with its own opposite, which is only there because we're holding an idea of it in the first place. This place feels like a training ground to become familiar with heaven. The Garden of Eden. The place of peace. Where we lay our cornerstones and build our mansions, not out of bricks, but out of understanding. It's not literally a place you walk around in. It's like this reality, a dream. You can't talk about it like geography. You have to see it in process. We go through so much sin, and we don't instantly become the consequence. That's strange. It's not something we're trying to chase, and it's not something we're really trying to avoid either. It's just inevitably going to happen because we're children and we don't all have the wisdom yet. In one sense, all that wickedness, evil, atrocity, all the ways people hurt the earth, children, each other, themselves, even the principles of what's good, those become the food. They show us what happens when you flip the polarity and call bad good and good bad. Earlier I was thinking about how I sin, and I know I'm sinning. I don't like it, I don't want it, but I can't stop myself. So I have to think it through again. This isn't just me having no control. If this whole thing is in the hand and heart of God, if all the work is already done in some higher sense, then I'm watching it unfold as a witness on all levels, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. That means there has to be something else going on in it. It has to be teaching me something, showing me something. The hardest part is my conscience. If I didn't feel bad about what I do, if I didn't care about love, respect, honor, dignity, virtue, principle, ethics, then I may as well be something less than human. And even animals, in their own way, won't go past certain lines that a human can cross if they keep walking down a dark path. It always sounds like the person is choosing. And in a sense, yeah, I feel like I'm the one choosing to grab the cigarette, light it, inhale, go through the ritual. It feels like it was all me. But that's the illusion. When I look closely, I start to see what I can't actually control, habits, momentum, the sleepwalking in me, and I see it in others too. It becomes a whole lifestyle, and that lifestyle is extremely depraved and full of suffering. Scary, ugly, heartbreaking. It makes you want to cry. You feel hopeless and helpless for another person, for the planet, the ocean, the air, all of it. Then it starts to turn inward and feel like you're just sorry for yourself. But even inside that, there's a process. First there's fear, then from fear comes anger. Even your pupils change, the dilation shifts. The pupil itself is a symbol. It's a little black door that stands for what can't actually be symbolized. The way it opens and closes is like the soul trying to take in or shut out reality. It's showing me something, teaching me something, making me more aware. There's a thin line in this illusion of choice where I could go too far and not find my way back. It's like falling asleep in a dream and never realizing you're dreaming. You're stuck until the moment you know it's a dream. And the thing is, we can't even truly say what a dream is. We can't say what mind is, what energy is, what now is. We can't explain anything at the root. Everything we say, definitions, sentences, concepts, is like trying to explain a dream from inside the dream. It only really makes sense to the self in the moment it's being lived. I don't believe, unless there's some strange condition, that there's anybody out there with a complete lack of empathy or sympathy or emotion and still call that a human. If you strip that out, you've gone past what human even means. It's like taking a car apart. There's a point where it's no longer a car, just separate parts with names. Only when you put enough of it together again can you honestly say, that's a car. Same with a computer. Same with a human being. There are certain inner things you can't tear out without losing the name. What this world keeps showing me is a hint of how it is in heaven. And the way it is in heaven is the way it is by the Word, and by the Word it is by the Son and the Father in the nature of the Spirit. A holy Trinity. I'm not saying I've nailed the diagram, I'm just trying to point at it. We're dealing with a Trinity that is 3, and then you count that same 3 again and it's 6, and then again and it's 9. Then there's the secret extra 2, plus another hidden one that never gets counted. And yet here we are, counting it while we say it can't be counted. That's how this is. The mind is being told not to count what it just counted and learning to understand that tension is part of the work. It is possible to understand it because that's what this whole thing is about. On some level, I do understand, but it is difficult to hold steady in words. And now the deeper truth, the beginning and the end are the same. Alpha and Omega is symbolic language. Because the work is already finished, all is ultimately forgiven. Perfection produces perfection. The holy is only holy. What we call experience here, cause and effect, doing something against conscience and then suffering inner pain, is not a chain we're creating. Before we do anything, we have already borne the consequence of all we will ever do. We don't move through time collecting debts one by one. We carry the entire weight right now. We have the all, not all things, but the all. It feels like individual choices unfolding in a world with other people on an earth spinning through time. But the one has already carried every pain, every act, every reaction. For the one of the one, by the one, from the one. Human cruelty looks personal, a parent starving a child, neglect causing death, harm unthinkable. But that vision is shaped through human emotion and human ethics. Strip the emotion away and the deeper paradox appears. Nothing is isolated, nothing is separate, nothing is outside the one. Every event is within the same beginning-end unity. In the instant the suffering ends, it is as though it never was, because it never was because it always was. Like waking from a dream where the pain was real until the moment you opened your eyes. And this applies not to one act, but to all pain ever lived or ever to be lived, across all people and all time. All reverberation, all action and reaction, already complete. The all remains all. The infinite remains infinite. Perfection produces perfection. And here we stand, trying to describe infinity with dream language, trying to measure the ocean with a teacup, trying to name what cannot be named, while knowing we are inside it. Amen. Let it be so.